Have you started earning income as an influencer, a podcaster, a blogger, a YouTuber, or other creator? Well, if so, today I'm going to talk about the top 10 income tax deductions for you as a small business. Hi, my name is Chris Passmore, and I'm your social media CPA. Well, if you've started to earn income as an influencer, as a creator, you are in fact an independent contractor and you have a small business. And as such, you are entitled to certain deductions that you incur on your income tax return as a business owner. So it's important for you to capture as many expenses as possible that are related to your business to minimize the income taxes due to your local, state, and the federal government each year. So we're going to dive right into what I believe are the top 10 deductions for you to look for in your business. So the first deduction that I want to talk about today is your equipment and the related depreciation. That could be your video camera equipment, your phone equipment, your mic, your Rode mic, or your laptop. That equipment qualifies as a deduction for you on your income tax return. And depending on the amount of the equipment, you could either take the full amount, or if it's a larger piece of equipment, it could be capitalized and depreciated over a period of time. That's where you take the expense of the asset and expense it over a certain number of years. But either way, all of that equipment that you use to create your content, to create your brand, could qualify as an income tax deduction for you. So the next deduction, this one is a little bit tricky. This is your home office. If you work from home, you may be able to deduct the cost related to that portion of your house. That could be your mortgage or your rent. But there are very strict rules here. That portion of your home has to be exclusively used for your business. For example, right now where I'm filming today is in an exclusive part of my home that I use for the development of content. And it also has to be your principal place of business. You can't have an office somewhere and then you work from home when time permits. It needs to be your principal place of business. But if you do meet both of those tests, there is a high likelihood that you can claim the cost of your home office in your income tax returns. The third item I want to talk to you about today is potentially a dedicated cell phone. If you use a dedicated cell phone to record content, to manage comments and interaction with your audience, that cost of that cell phone would be an income tax deduction for you. The fourth one, this one is for the cost of conferences or other events related to social media influencing. For example, VidCon. The cost of that conference attendance would be an income tax deductible expense for you and your business. And this could be any conferences that you attend that is related to the industry and to promote your business. Number 5, this would be related to your website. So any website design costs. That could be your hosting cost if you use a product, for example, like Squarespace, or maybe the cost of design and creation from a marketing group that you've put into your website to create your brand, to create your content. All of those costs that went into the development of that website would be a deductible expense on your tax returns. So the next one, software licensing. So the cost that you use for the tools for your creation, that could be for your Adobe suite if you like Adobe, or the cost of another product like Envato if you use it for stock photography or videos or other graphic templates. The cost of each of those software tool licenses would be a valid business expense and also be an item for you to drive down your taxable income and reduce that amount that's due to the government at the end of the year. Promotional swag. So if you've created anything with your brand on it, your name on it, your artistry on it, and you give that out to your audience at various events, that cost of that swag would be an income tax deduction for you and your business. So think about anything that has your brand on it. That could be clothing, that could be a hat, that could be office swag. All of that qualifies as a business deduction. The next one, this is the seventh one. This is potentially the cost of a P.O. box and the fees that go with that. Of course, if you're working from home, your principal place of business, it's not good to use your home address for your business. So that's where many people create a P.O. box to hold their business-related mail, and the cost of that P.O. box would be a income tax deduction, a business expense for you and your business. Number 9, prizes that you might have for a hosted giveaway. Say you have a contest related to some content that you put out, and you want to recognize maybe a certain number of people who've participated, the first person to participate, or other engagement with your audience. The cost of that hosted contest prize would be a business expense and qualify as an income tax deduction. So number 10 in my last top 10 that I want to talk to you about today is the cost that you've incurred for any headshots, any photography or other art that you use throughout your branding. That could be related to your website, that could be related to social media, to swag. Anything that is artistry related, headshot related, photography related would qualify as a business expense for you, and you could claim that on your income tax return. So keep in mind, these are just my top 10. These are just my most likely items that will qualify for you to reduce your taxable income, but there are many, many more items that you might have related to your business. I'd be happy to talk about any of those with you. If you'd like to talk further, please reach out to me directly. We can go through any expenses that you have incurred in your business or possible expenses. Well, I hope you found that information useful for your business, so keep creating, and I look forward to speaking with you again.